That's what you call standing on business right there. Oh, makes contact, devastating shot. This dude is about to leave his feet. He is stunned. He is petrified. He's ragdolled him. Flapjack, pancake, it's a wrap. This dude wears a neck roll, guys. So this guy is about business on the field. When was the last time you seen a guy wear a neck roll? Midwest corn-fed type of offensive lineman that just is about his business. Oh my gosh. This dude, he looks like he got hit by a train. Getting crushed by a building is exactly what we're talking about right here. That is a pancake action, the best I've seen so far out of all these prospects. This guy is a ragdoller, a manhandler, a bully. More manhandling, more flapjack action, more short stacking. Let's check over. Boom. That man has left his feet. I don't know if you can see it because he's in white and they're in the snow. Dude's feet is in the air. He looks like, Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out of the building right now.
Speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history. I can't explain
Yo,
it.
it's your boy, Big Mike Raider, and we're here for day 17 of the 30 Days, 30 Prospects Season 3, where today we're covering Tate Ratledge out of the University of Georgia. We're not talking about a nimble athlete here. We're not talking about some guy who's nimble-footed, light-footed. This guy is a heavy-footed, meatloaf-eating mauler. This guy will put you on your back. This guy gets the job done at the guard position. Are we going to look at him in the third round? We're looking at third-round prospects at this point, and Tate Ratledge is on the top of the list. Do we pick him up at the guard position to solidify that right side of the line for the Las Vegas Raiders? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about strengths and weaknesses. We're going to talk about draft placement, and then my favorite part of the show. You guys know what it is. We're going to do the film breakdown. It's going to be a fun one, man. But before we get into anything else, man, you guys already know what to do. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share it with your folks. Big Mike Raider. All right, man. Tate Ratledge. Buckle up, man. This guy is a meatloaf-eating, mashed potato and gravy-loving mauler on the offensive line, man. Let's talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses, man. Shout out to NFLDraftBuzz.com. One of the strengths, devastating power at the point of attack with heavy hands that jar defenders on initial contact, consistently creating immediate displacement on drive blocks. Yeah, this dude, like they said, heavy hands. Nothing pretty about what he does on the field, man. It is a beautiful thing. Exceptional anchor ability and pass protection, displaying refined technique to absorb bull rushes while maintaining pocket integrity. Yeah, he sits that 6'6", over 300-pound frame down. There's no moving him. He's an immovable object, man. It's impressive to see. Natural leverage player who consistently wins the pad level battle using his thick frame and strong base to control the point of attack. Yeah, you heard it here, man. Shout out to the thick frames in the building, man. Executes combo blocks with impressive timing and feel, showing fluid transitions from double teams to climbing to the second level. And once he starts getting downhill, it's basically a wrap for you. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in the film breakdown. Let's keep it going, man. Brings a nasty demeanor to the trenches, finishing blocks through the whistle and setting a physical tone that energizes the entire offensive line. Just imagine, guys, having JPJ, who's a bully, who's a guy who goes from whistle to whistle, who is just one of those mean demeanor type of dudes, and he has a sidekick. Just imagine that, man. I'm getting excited just thinking about it, right? That's a guy that you're getting in Tate Ratledge. Let's keep it going, man. Show impressive recovery ability when initially beaten, rarely giving up on plays and fighting to reestablish position. Yeah, he's not giving up, man. That's another thing. If he's in a bad position, he's moving those hands. He's getting back in a position to where he can get under your chest and take advantage. That is Tate Ratledge. Demonstrates excellent awareness of stunts and twists, communicating effectively with teammates to handle defensive line games. Yeah, a lot of stunts were definitely given his way, and him and his offensive line, which was a great offensive line at the University of Georgia, they knew how to communicate, and they knew, okay, well, I got this guy. If he comes this way, you got this guy, without necessarily speaking to each other. It's an understanding they got going on, and it's impressive to see. Good IQ. Outstanding grip strength allows him to latch on the defenders and sustain blocks, particularly effective on down blocks and seal assignments. This guy's a downhill monster, a beef eating, meatloaf eating, mashed potato and gravy, double helping a hamburger helper type of dude, man. This dude is a monster, man. We're not talking about nothing pretty. This guy, as soon as he gets his hands on you, that train gets it going, and he gets his hands on you, you're pretty much on the floor, man. And that's Tate Ratledge. But we got to talk about some of the weaknesses. We're going to get into it. Once again, like I said, shout out to NFLDraftBuzz.com with some of the strengths and weaknesses. Limited position flexibility with experience almost exclusively at right guard could impact his value to teams needing versatile depth. So I'm okay with having a guy who strictly plays on the right side. I'm okay with that. I can look past that. Position flexibility is, versatility is nice to have, but if you're a specialist in one area, that's where you're going to be, and I'm okay with that. Here's another one. Can occasionally get over-aggressive in pass protection against quicker interior rushers, leading to balance issues and recovery situations. And that's fine, right? Work on some of that agility, especially with a guy like Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins. We can definitely work on some of the agility, putting feet to fire, and really putting him in a situation where he's uncomfortable and learning the tricks of the trade from some of the best in the National Football League. Sometimes struggles to adjust in space against smaller, shifty linebackers when working to the second level. Who doesn't? You're a big lumbering guard who's, coming down the line. You see some, nimble, light-footed linebacker who wants to dance around you. You're gonna whiff a couple of times. That comes with the territory where a guy who's a big mauling defender like him, but once he gets his big like mitts and paws on you, it's a wrap. So I can look past that, right? Hand placement can run wide against defenders with good length, allowing them to get into his chest and compromise his leverage. But once again, like we said in some of the strengths, his recovery is great, right? He might come out you like this, but he's going to find a way to get back in there, use his grip strength, and use his power to take advantage. But those are some of the weaknesses. Let me know what you think about him. Tate Ratledge, some of the strengths and weaknesses. You let me know. How do you feel about it? I like the strengths way over more of the weaknesses. And we're talking about a third-round prospect, a guy that you would like to have start right away, but not necessarily have to be a starter right away. With a guy like having like Kappa and Meredith right there, we can kind of afford to have him sit and watch for a little bit, but eventually down the line, he's taking that starting spot right when it's time to. Maybe by mid-season. If we're lucky, he can get that, week one nod to start. I'm okay with it, but you guys let me know. So let's look at some of the PFF grades and the rundown. So let's look at some of the stats from PFF. So he had a shortened 2024 season. He was a first-team All-SEC guard in 2023 with a 76.2 PFF grade. And then in 2024, in 500 snaps, shortened season in 10 games, he had a 74.4 PFF grade. So, this guy gets the job done, and he does it against the best competition, right? So one of his best games was against Texas with a 74.6 PFF grade. You look into the comparables. Run block grade 74.7, pass block grade 77.3, zone grade 71.4, and a gap grade of 70.9, and a true pass block grade of 72.2, which is on the upper end of the chart as far as pass grades and things like that. I know 72, it doesn't wow you, but when you look at the chart, the run block grade 74.7 is amongst the tops of what was recorded PFF wise amongst all the players in the NCAA. And the pass block grade is way above average, more on the 75th percentile. We had to get into some nerdy statistical talk, but it's on the higher end, right? Zone grade 71.4, more on a 75th, 80th percentile we're talking about. So he's amongst the best in his class, in his position in the NCAA. And considering that he plays in the SEC, you also got to take in consideration that those numbers are going to be, there's going to be some real serious competition he's going to see week after week after week after week. So grades like that really is they're weighted a little bit. You got to consider them. It's more graded on a curve, right? That 70.9 gap grade, that 74.7 run block grade is more of like an 80, 85 in the SEC because you're dealing with excuse me. You're dealing with competition on a weekly basis. So, but you guys let me know PFF grades, how you feel about what he brings to the table. So let's read the quick first look rundown. Shout out to PFF.com. Ratledge isn't the most dynamic athlete. We've said that, but his solid pass blocking technique and downhill power in the run game give him a chance to be a starter in the NFL. And that says it all right there, right? A chance to get him a spot as a starter in this league. And his mean demeanor, his mauling mentality, that downhill monster that he is, really gives him a chance. Does he sit? Can he sit? I think, sitting would be cool. But I think if he really works hard in training camp, if we get him in the 3rd round, he could be a starter in the league. But you guys let me know, man. So draft placement, we talked about 3rd round. Let's talk about what the experts have to say, right? This is a guy who I think he's going to be available around exactly where we're picking, around 68 in the 3rd round. But let's see what the experts have to say. Draft Net has him going at number 25. That's pretty high, man. A 1st round evaluation from Draft Net. He has those type of skills where maybe you can see some team reaching if they do an evaluation and it's a good fit for a specific team, right? CBS has him going at number 47. So you're looking at maybe the mid-2nd round in that situation. 3rd team has him going at 56. 33rd team, has him going at number 56 overall. That is more of like the late 2nd round. Then you look at MDDB, who has him right going to us at number 68 overall. If we keep that 3rd round pick. NFL.com has him going number 69 overall. Draft Buzz has him going number 72 overall. Draft Tech has him going 80 overall. Sport News has him going to 84. PFF has him going to 93. So you're looking on that back end of the 3rd round, almost looking at almost a 4th round type of situation. And then ESPN has him going 109th. And I think it's due to him being not really flexible and playing other positions. But that right guard position, he is A1 quality. So I think that the Raiders in the 3rd round, looking at Tate Ratledge, if he's on the board, which it seems like he will be on the board, you run to the podium and pick up the big guy. But you guys let me know, would you pick Tate Ratledge in the 3rd round? You guys let me know. But guys, you know what time it is, man. It is the film breakdown. And hey, man, let's have some fun with this one, man. You know how we do it here on Big Mike Raiders Channel when it comes to the trenches. Let's add that to the screen. So here we go. Let me make myself a little bit smaller right there. So we're looking at Tate Ratledge right here. The spotlight will pop on him right now shortly. He's wearing number 69 in red. And you're going to see exactly who I'm talking about. It's a big lumbering train going down the hill looking for somebody to pick up. Let's check it out. Let's let the thing ride. Let's go. You go. You got it right there. You saw the spotlight, number 69, going down the hill to the 2nd level looking for work. So let's check it out. Let's see. Boom. Engagement. Doesn't even use. Let's rewind that a little bit, right? Let's rewind it a little bit. There you go. Let's rewind it a little bit. No technique used here, guys. This is not sound technique. This is just somebody getting put on their back. That's exactly what we're talking about. Let's see. Somebody just getting flapjacked all day, every day on a Saturday. Boom. Put him on his back. It's a wrap. And that's the type of guy. He's a bully. He's a monster on the field. He wants to put somebody on their back. He wants to flapjack. He wants to pancake. He wants the short stack. He wants all that. So that's what you're getting from Tate Ratledge in a nutshell. Let's check out the next play right here. So you have him right here on the right side. Told you he plays right guard right here. So let's check out the next one. Let's see. Right there. He's got some engagement. And then just check right here on the top of the screen. You're going to see somebody hit the ground pretty hard. Let's check it out. Boom. Caused the pile, caused the ruckus. Number 69 puts another dude on his back, and it's a wrap for him. That's one of the things that you got to look forward to from Tate Ratledge. Just check out the next play. So there you go. Now we're going to see him in some pass pro. You got that anchor that we're talking about. Let's see what he does with his hands right here. There you go. He's got his hands out. He was the first to engage. He's not absorbing the hit. He's using that. He's using his strong mitts. He's using that heavy hand to get into a hand fight with the guy in front of him. Let's check it out right here to see what he does. Oh, my gosh. So you see him right there. He uses that right arm to really basically just throw him down. Somebody who's probably about 320 plus pounds, he takes his strong mitts and just ragdolls him and puts him on his seat. That's a guy that you want on your offensive line in pass pro. You see it right there. He put him on his seat, and he's acting a little something extra spicy for him. So here we go. Let's check out the next play. We got number 69. He's on the right side of the screen right here. Tate Ratledge. Let's check it out. And there you go, going downfield, going downhill. And, yo, when you got two guys on one, it's almost like an Oz scene. You know, shout out to Oz. If you ever seen that show, man, you know what I'm talking about. You never want to be in a situation when you're ducked down and you got two lumbering dudes hovering over you. You know, he's that type of mentality, brings a bully mentality, pause if necessary, but we're going to have to say that this dude is going to put you on your back at some point, right? There you go. Threw out the trash on that one. So here we go. We got Tate Ratledge right here. We got a better angle. We're going to get a much better angle for the next few plays. But let's check it out. Let's see what he does. And it's not necessarily the pancake and the flapjacking, but it's exactly what you want to see as far as run block protection. Let's check it out. So they all take that step right. It's almost like a zone read for the running back. They all take that slant to the right. And, you know, Tate Ratledge has to make a tough block on number 18. This is, you know, those guys on the defensive line, those linebackers are very athletic. So you got to keep those feet chopping. And he does a great job in keeping his feet chopping and really being that key blocker right there to get his running back to go by him and make a big play right there. So excellent work right there from Ratledge. Like I said, it's not all about the pancaking and the flapjacking. It's about having sound technique and a will to, you know, anchor down and be a great run blocker. Let's check out the next play. Now, this one is a mixture of both, guys. This is good technique and a guy getting put on his back. Let's check it out. This is what we're here for. Let's check it out. Combo block. He gets a guy, and he left his feet, and he put him on his ass. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's good enough for a replay. That's good enough for a replay. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So there you go. He's on a combo block. He moves out. He sees the guy right there. And this dude is levitating. That is, I don't know if he's like grabbing him by his shoulders and like kind of lifting him up like he's about to give him a swirly or something, but this man is definitely off his feet. If you guys haven't known, on the right side of the screen, on the far right side of the screen, the dude in gray with the blue helmet is off of his feet right now. And you never want to be off your feet on defense, man. There you go. And he's put on his back. We got a flapjack situation right here. Let's check out the next play. So I'm going to tone it down a little bit. We're going to look at some pass pro. We're going to see what he does here. And this is a great example of communicating with his offensive line without necessarily using his words, right? Just knowing what needs to happen, what the assignment is, who he needs to pick up, the IQ. You see the full IQ from Ratledge right here. You're going to see it right here. I'm going to let it ride. So right there, you got a stunt right there, and effortlessly picks up number 55, who's trying to slant in. And then you got number 15, who's going to the complete other side of the field on a slant, on a stunt. Something I really have never seen. This is like an interesting stunt. I've never seen a stunt like that before, but he understands the assignment. He picks up the right guy and he seals him off, giving good protection for his offensive for his quarterback. So let's rewind this a little bit because this is number 69 going down the line like a big old train bully that he is. Let's check it out. This is a pull from our right guard in a counter situation, and you're going to see some guy get put on his back right here. Let's check out this play right here. Engages, and as a defender, you're getting crushed by a building like that. That's not a good position. You got the natural seal right there for the running back to get through. And number 69 continues and drives and put this man on his back. Let's keep it rolling. There you go. You see, keep it driving, puts him on his back. So let's check out this last play right here. Some more pass pro. Let's see what he does right here, man. Right here, picks up the stunt, understands the assignment. He's like, hey, I'm going to pass you this dude to my right tackle. Hey, you handle business. This guy's going to come in and I'll take care of business. Look at the anchor right there. Good base. You kind of want them hands to be on the inside. You can call for holding. You got to quickly get your hands on the inside of that chest right there. And he's going to quickly fix that. But you definitely don't want your hands to be way out there. So that is Tate Ratledge in a nutshell, guys. What do you think? A guy who is a pancaker, a short stacker, a hamburger helper eating, double stack Wendy's burger eating type of dude, man. You let me know what you think about him. That's exactly what we need for the offensive line in the third round for the Las Vegas Raiders. But you guys let me know what you think about him. That is day 17 of the 30 days, 30 prospects. But before we go, you guys already know what to do. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Peace. That's what you call standing on business right there.
Oh, makes contact. Devastating shot. This dude is about to leave his feet. He is stunned. He is petrified. He's ragdolled him. Flapjack, pancake, it's a wrap. This dude wears a neck roll, guys. So this guy is about business on the field. When was the last time you seen a guy wear a neck roll? Midwest corn-fed type of offensive lineman that just is about his business. Oh my gosh. This dude, he look like he got hit by a train. Getting crushed by a building is exactly what we're talking about right here. That is a pancake action, the best I've seen so far out of all these prospects. This guy is a ragdoller, a manhandler, a bully. More manhandling, more flapjack action, more short stacking. Let's check those. Boom. That man has left his feet. I don't know if you can see it because he's in white and they're in the snow. Dude's feet is in the air. He looks like, Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out of the building right now.
Speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.